Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kathy. I wanted to do a quick video that dead ends might be the opportunity to change direction. So this might speak to someone, I don't know, or maybe to me, I don't know. But I heard that saying in my spirit and I thought, yeah, that might be a good short video to do. Just that if you've hit a dead end somewhere, it might be the perfect opportunity to change direction. So that could mean maybe the job you're at, maybe you've been trying to get a promotion and it's always someone else who's picked and not you. And you're just kind of stuck where you're at, and maybe other things have happened. Maybe your supervisor or boss isn't the friendliest, or maybe there's favoritism. I mean, I've been there with that. Maybe it's in a relationship, maybe your boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe there's red flags, or maybe some things have happened where you're thinking, oh gosh, I don't want to end the relationship. I still want to be with them. I love them. We have all this history, whatever it is. But then things have happened that you're like, gosh, I can't deal with this. If this happens again, if we get married and this happens again, or whatever it is, yeah, I don't know. Because, I've been in relationships, probably starting with my first boyfriend in high school. There were signs, my gosh, So, he started dating me while he was still in his previous relationship. So that should have told me. But when you're 16, 17 years old, at least me, I didn't have a clue about anything. So, yeah, I should have seen. And then even as time went on, I should have seen other things and just walked away and been like, no, you're not in it. You're distracted, you're whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, if you're feeling like maybe you're in a dead end with a relationship, don't be scared to end it. And of course, if there's abuse involved, get help for yourself immediately. Get out safely as soon as you can. Immediately reach out. There's organizations everywhere. No one should ever deal with that, both men and women. So let's see, I've gone over your job, your relationship, maybe a dead end with schooling. Maybe you decided to pick a certain degree, a certain topic that you really liked. And as you're going through, year after year, maybe you go to work during the daytime and then you take night classes or online classes or whatever, but you don't have the fire anymore or the drive. Like maybe it started off really interesting and great, and then after you got into it, you're like, oh gosh. Or maybe you're close to getting your degree and you're thinking, well, I'm this close, I might as well finish it, even though I'm not really into it. Maybe it's costing a lot of money. You'll really have to think about that to see if you absolutely are not going to use that degree. Some people would say, well, employers just like to see that you have a degree. So I don't know. I think some people on one hand would say yes. Other people, life situations happen all the time where people can't finish their degrees or whatever it is. So, and plus if it's costing you a ton of money, you'll really have to weigh that. Or you could always take a break and just work and think about it, pray about it, see what God wants you to do, what He has in store for you. Because when I started one of my programs at college many years ago, decades ago, I thought I was going to be in interior design, I think. And so, yeah, that lasted after I signed up, even just for my first classes or whatever it was. I had to change my major. I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to be drawing and graphing all these things and like measuring each little tiny and all these angles and this and that. I mean, I'm not into that. I like looking at design and all that. So I changed it. Yeah, and went on a completely different path. So yeah, and I do have a video on was education pushed on you as a kid or teenager? Yeah, so which it definitely was with me. So check that out if you want. Let's see what else. I mean, maybe your living situation, like if you're in an apartment. I mean, I have some friends who live in, like, let's just say California, which is a very expensive state to live in. And one of the highest, I think it's second after New York State as far as rent and just cost of living. So, they'll be in an apartment and every year for sure the rent goes up. Sometimes it goes up, my gosh, I don't know if it's every month or every 6 months. Even if it's every month, like $20. Oh my gosh. And it's already really high. Like one friend of mine, I think she was maybe paying, let's just say $2,200 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And they gave her a notice. I think it was in December that in January it was going to go up to $2,600, which is a lot. That's a huge amount. And so, yeah, she had to hurry up and try to find another apartment, but they're also very scarce and hard to find, and it's a really bad situation, when you're in a state. And I was in Oregon, we were there, and it was really hard. We never could get into an apartment. We were living with family, and yeah, we kept running into dead ends with trying to find an apartment or get approved or this and that, and just dead end. And it was like, okay, this isn't working. This isn't, going how we want it to go. So we started looking at different states, and we ended up moving out of state. And this is after 7 years had gone by. So, which, it's all God's timing. Where we ended up coming to is great. And this community wasn't in existence 7 years ago. So it only came into being, I think, 3 years ago. But anyway, so yeah, if you're in a living situation, like an apartment, or even if you're in a house and your mortgage is, maybe you have an adjustable interest rate and the mortgage company just keeps raising it and raising it, I would shop around and get a fixed interest rate. Like when I had my house in California, thank goodness. Well, I had two mortgages, like a big one and then just a small one for the rest of it. And one of them was fixed, thank goodness. It was pretty low, I think like 3 something percent, which that was a long, 20 years ago. So I don't know what they're at now, and the other one was adjustable. So it would go up. They don't usually go down, but it would go up and go up and go up. And pretty soon, you're at 7, 8, 10, 12%. And yeah, so I would suggest that if, you're feeling like you're at a dead end with your apartment, it might be time to shop around, move, look at other areas, look at other situations, maybe renting a room from someone. We've done that before. Or, shopping around to get a fixed mortgage if you have an adjustable. So, Yeah, so if you're feeling like there's a dead end, that just look at that as an opportunity to change directions. I would suggest maybe, unless it's something that absolutely would not make sense, but you'll have to pray about that, think about it, figure out all the pros and cons, all of that. So let me know if that makes sense, and I hope everyone is having a great day. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, God bless.